Monday Night Football, the Los Angeles Chargers are on the road to take on the Arizona Cardinals, the second game of the Monday Night doubleheader. My best bets are on the way. My name's Austin from Calling Our Shot. Thank you for tuning in. As always, we start the video recapping how we did the previous day betting the NFL. Not our greatest day. It was a 4-6 day. I talked about in the previous video. I'm not going to go into every single bet. I'm a little unlucky with our David Montgomery and Josh Jacobs parlay, losing by 1 yard, but we got lucky with Aiden O'Connell under. So it all is a wash. Lost the half unit plays. Both those guys got their chances. It is what it is. Not my best day of reads. It's up 10 units on the season. Only a 4-6 day. We did make some coin back, cashing the anytime touchdown parlay. We talked about Amon-Ra St. Brown, AJ Brown, and Kenneth Walker III. Those guys all cashed in the first half. That was electric. I tweeted it out, and a lot of you guys sent all your winning slips. Hopefully you cashed out on the anytime TD parlay. We've been doing really well on those parlays this season. I'll have another one obviously coming for next weekend of NFL action. So hey, tap into that. Let's have a great day. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, this is the second game of the doubleheader. So if you want to check out the first one, that involves the Ravens and Buccaneers. I posted my favorite picks in that one. It's already live. It was posted right before this video. I'll link it at the end of this one, as well as in the bottom in the pinned comment and description. Encourage you to check it out. We got a couple more plays over there in a parlay. I encourage you to go watch that video after this one. And we get the NBA fast on the horizon. I think those videos I'll probably have live later tonight. So get amped up. NBA's back. NFL's in full groove. It's going to be a good time. And last but not least, Kyler Murray, free square. Sign up using code COS. You'll get a match on your 50% match on your first deposit up to $1,000. Free money, people. Take advantage of that. It's on Underdog Fantasy. We love them. I'll be using that free square at the end of this video. But let's have in the plays here. The first one will begin with a rookie. Our first round pick, Marvin Harrison Jr., over 49.5 receiving yards, -110 on BetMGM. Now, Marvin Harrison, if you're looking at this line, I like it out to about 55.5. If you want a ladder, Marvin, you certainly can. I'll stick with the regular line to try to get 50 receiving yards out of the rookie. Now, so far this season, it's been an up and down year for Marvin Harrison. He struggled in his first game, only 4 yards. But then he bounced back with 130, 64, 45, 36, and then 0 yards last week. But what's notable, his 3 biggest receiving games have all come at home, where he obviously finds himself on Monday Night Football. In a big game, in a primetime game, I imagine a rookie like this is going to come out here, want to put on a show. Now, last week, it's hard to take that 0 yards with a lot of confidence because he exited after 8 plays with a concussion. Now he is cleared and ready to go. I don't anticipate him being on a snap limit because, well, it's a concussion. You're not really going to limit guys like that, as well as if they're coming off a hamstring injury or something like that. So he should be a full go here. Now you look at his other props, his receptions line is sitting at 4.5. Sure, plus money on the over, but this season, 8 wide receivers that have had 3 or more receptions against the Chargers, 7 of those 8 have had 50 plus receiving yards. Now, if you look at how the Chargers have done so far this season against wide receivers, you've got Austin, this is a pretty bad matchup. They haven't given up a lot of receptions, a lot of yards to wide receivers. You also have to take those numbers with a grain of salt. We're only, 6 games of the season, and you got to look at the teams they faced. And I think did they already have their bye week? I thought they did. I don't remember. But either way, the teams they faced. We're talking about Bryce Young. I say Panthers, but Bryce Young. He sucks. Raiders, Steelers, and Broncos. I mean, those are 4 teams they faced. Don't have the best wide receiving core. The Steelers don't throw the ball. The Broncos have a rookie QB in Bo Nix. They want to run the ball if they can. And the Raiders, who know what the hell they're doing. And then Bryce Young, like I said, he's terrible. So they really haven't faced a lot of elite QBs, and they've still given up their fair share of wide receiver yards. And I think that we'll see a guy like Marvin Harrison get open opportunities. This is a Chargers team that does play a lot of too high safety looks. So I don't anticipate Marvin maybe getting a 50-yard catch here, but I think he's going to be open. I think they'll be able to get him the ball. I think the Chargers are a team that want to stop the run, and they know the Cardinals' game plan of attack is running the football. I think they'll try to stop that with James Conner, and I think they'll be able to look for Marvin Harrison on some seam routes, middle of the field, deep crossing routes and things like that. I really think this is a good spot to back him. So I like his over in receiving yards. Normally his line's much higher than this, but coming off a 0-yard effort and his concussion, I think it's a little bit lower. I like this one. I think he clears the 50-yard mark. So give me Marvin Harrison Jr. over 49.5 receiving yards, -110 on BetMGM for 1 unit. That's my first play in this game. My second play is going to be an anytime touchdown score. Not a great value here because it is the Chargers running back. It is J.K. Dobbins. Anytime touchdown at -125 on DraftKings. I'm only playing this for a half unit play. I've kind of found a groove in these primetime games, sticking to just 1.5 units total. So 1 unit on Marvin Harrison. half unit on J.K. Dobbins. It also is a touchdown play, so they're going to be a little bit random. Obviously, we can't control if J.K. just doesn't get in because he gets stuffed at the goal line or something like that, or some other guy vultures him or whatever. But I like J.K. Dobbins getting to the end zone. I was going to take a 50 rush yards and an anytime touchdown parlay, but that only got to about plus 105, so I don't see a lot of value in that. So let's just get him in the end zone. Well, obviously, if you look at his starter, Gus Edwards got to kind of split carries with him the first few weeks. He's out, and we'll see J.K. Dobbins dominate the touches. Last week, he had, 25 of their 30-something touches to running backs. He's going to be the guy to hand the ball off to, and obviously that will be at the goal line, but also he has the breakaway speed. We've seen him do that before. This season, Dobbins has 3 touchdowns. He did have 1 last week, and the Cardinals are a team that have struggled to stop the run, second most rushing yards per game to running backs. So while I like Dobbins' regular rushing yards line, wouldn't shock me if maybe the Cardinals are trying to stop the run a little bit more here today, given the Chargers are a little bit banged up on their pass catchers. But as something push comes to shove, that offensive line for the Chargers should be able to get some push, especially in the red zone. I think J.K. Dobbins will be able to pound one in. So I like this one. I think he delivers us a touchdown at just a half unit play to minimize our risk here in just one game. But I think J.K. Dobbins finds himself in the end zone doing some sort of dances and stuff like that. So I like Dobbins anytime touchdown. I like Marvin Harrison's over in receiving yards. Now I need to talk about, I think, wins, covers in this game, or the over and under. I actually like the over a lot more than either side. Over at 44.5. I think it's a higher scoring game. I think the Cardinals are going to be able to put up points on the Chargers. I think the Chargers will be able to answer with some points as well. I do lean the Cardinals money line like Logan does. I don't think I love it more than the over, but I do like the Cardinals. If I had to pick a winner, I'd lean the Cardinals. Not my favorite pick. That's Logan's lean. I like the over a little bit more than picking a side here. I like the over at 44.5. Take it, do whatever you want with it. Let us know what you guys like down below in the comments. I'm always curious what you guys are betting on. We've done pretty well on our spreads and totals. I don't track them towards my official record, but another great week for us. So if you've been missing out on those videos, we post them early in the week, typically on Wednesdays. This week was a little delayed because I didn't have electricity, but normally they're posted pretty early. So I encourage you to go check those videos out probably every Tuesday or Wednesday. They should be dropping. And finally, we got to talk about our Underdog fantasy entry, and here it is on the screen. The first leg is the Kyler Murray free square that you get if you sign up using with code COS. They'll also give you a 50% deposit match up to $1,000. Is that not enough to convince you to take it? Do take that. And then the other legs, JK to get in the end zone. We've got Marvin Harrison at the bottom. And then the other one, Ladd McConkey, his regular line's about 50.5. I lowered him down to 39.5. Quentin Johnston should be out here for the Chargers. I think McConkey will be able to get open. I'll be honest, he doesn't really have anyone else to throw to, Justin Herbert, that is. So I like McConkey. He's dealing with his own injuries, but I think he gets open for 40 receiving yards. He's just a guy that finds a way to get open. That's obviously pretty critical to get some receiving yards. So that's a 4-legger. $25 turns into $100. You can tail it if you want to. It's on Underdog Fantasy. You'll get that Kyler free square if you sign up using my code COS or the link in the description. Like I said, they'll match your first deposit 50% up to $1,000. So it's free money. Don't leave it on the table if you're ever going to sign up. Now is the time to get that free square. So those are my favorite picks in this game. As always, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. If you want to go check out that Ravens video, Ravens and Buccaneers, I already posted that video right before this one. I encourage you to go check it out. We have a same game parlay there, and we have a just a regular half unit play for a player prop that I like. Obviously, talk about who I think wins, covers the over and under in that game. We also have the NBA Fast on the Horizon. I'll probably have those videos live later tonight, which is pretty cool. And obviously, if you want to sign up and get all the plays early, Dub Club, I'll probably link that in the NBA video. So stay tuned for that. I'll give you guys a good offer to either get a month free or something like that. We'll figure that out. But again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. The Monday night doubleheader. This probably is the last one. I don't know how many more they have of these sort of variety, but I love it. I love having 2 games on for Monday night. And as always, let us know your favorite plays. The only ones I'm tracking towards the record: Marvin Harrison receiving yards and J.K. Dobbins to get into the end zone. And obviously the ones in the Ravens and Buccaneers game, which is live somewhere here. I'll also have day 2 of the ladder challenge somewhere here. We'll call it day 1 part 2 because I can't seem to cash day 2. But day 1, I might be the GOAT. But either way, appreciate you guys for tuning in. It's Austin. I'm signing out. See you in the next one. Peace.